Welcome to live chat. I'm going to share this real quick on Facebook, and then we'll get into it. How's everybody doing today? We've got 4 people here. I am enjoying my Sunday. I've been editing some videos and trying to get ahead on videos so I don't have to rush back home on all of my trips. So that's what I've been doing. All right. And I gotta share on Instagram too. I forgot. Hey, Case. Thanks. It's not my birthday today. My birthday is on May 31st. And I want to plan a special birthday trip. So I was going to try to get some insight from you guys. I know that I want to spend some time in the Eastern Sierra. So probably do some hot springs. I wanted to do there's a roller coaster in Lake Tahoe where you ride the gondola ride to the top, or the gondola, and then you get to the top, and then you ride this roller coaster down to the bottom. But it won't be open until the middle of June, so I was hoping to do something in about 2 weeks. I'd like to do a trip in 2 weeks, so that is my plan. Hey, Chris. How's it going? Thank you so much, Chris, for the rechargeable batteries and the charger for the batteries. It's really going to help out. I use a lot of batteries on my trips, so that's really going to help me out. So I'm gonna wait for more people to hop on. We got micro rails. So yeah, you already know the deal. I am planning a birthday trip. So 4 days. I would like to plan for 4 days. Hey, Mohawk Mike, how's it going? So that is the plan. Like to plan a 4-day trip. Hot springs, because I have a hot springs video that I want to create. I want to create a hot springs 101 video, which will feature different hot springs, and I like to give people tips on how to locate hot springs. I'd like to give people etiquette tips, basically rules, and I kind of want to touch base on the people that think they own the hot springs and, you know, they own the place and all this stuff, and it's the negative energy I see from people who think they own certain places such as hot springs is unacceptable, and I'm hopefully going to touch base on that. So the birthday trip will also be a work trip. I'll be making YouTube videos, but hey, Chris, YouTube hid your comment because of the way you spelled Virginia City, but I will show it anyways because it's hilarious. Funny. How old am I going to be? I would say take any guesses, but I'm going to be 33. So, not too bad. 32 was a really good year for me. I accomplished a lot. I grew as a person. I really was able to discover who I am and what direction I kind of want to go in life, so. Oh, micro rails. He says it's not nice to ask a woman their age. You know what? I don't live life like that. Ask away. Ask any question. I'm not easily offended, and age is something that you should be proud of. So, it's another year around the sun, and it's a great way to reflect on past years and where you want to go in the future. 29. Thank you. I will be 33 on May 31st. So, yeah. Olive, how are you? I hope you're doing well. It's nice to be connecting with everybody. I was going to share this on Instagram, but oh well. I'm here inside the house doing a live today because it is super windy outside. The springtime brings the wind. That's something I've discovered this year. I'm not too fond of the springtime, mainly because of the wind. I could deal without that. So, also it's about 90 degrees outside now, so it's warming up here in Las Vegas, and doing live streams in my car down here in Las Vegas isn't the most ideal. It is certainly nice to chat today. Do you guys like the 4 p.m. time better than the 1 p.m. time? I feel like 4 p.m. is a good time. You've done most of your things that you wanted to do on Sunday. If you go to church, or if you're going on a hike or doing some chores, usually 4 p.m. is when people start winding down and getting settled in for the night. So, well, at least for me. Gemini. I am a Gemini. And you know what? I'm proud to be a Gemini, but lately I've been seeing a lot of things where people don't like Geminis for some reason. Not sure why. I feel like I'm a pretty awesome person, but Olive, he says he's all over the place on time. Right now you should be digging a hole. What are you making? What are you digging a hole for? I'm glad that you guys are here with me. So, yeah, so on the birthday trip, I plan to visit some hot springs, some of my usual hot springs. Won't be going to any new hot springs, but I think some of my videos will be of newer hot springs that I haven't made a video of before. And like I said, I want to create the hot springs one-on-one video. I would like to do a whole series on hot springs, not just soaking and all that stuff, but useful information. I believe that everybody should be allowed, not everybody, but I believe most people should be allowed to enjoy nature. Obviously, people that ruin it and leave trash behind, I don't think that they should. I don't know. It's such a touchy subject. But my hope is to educate people and just touch bases on certain things that people might not know about. There's a lot of people who have never experienced a hot spring, so they don't really know a lot about it. Thank you, Chris. Chris says 4 is over, the race is over, and done for the night. Yeah, same here. I've got to go to dinner at 6 p.m. for someone's birthday, but after that, I'm gonna settle in for the night. Oh, foundation work. Nice. Are you building a house? I think you did say you had some projects like that going on. We've got 11 people watching. Hey, John, how's it going? I had an Amazon shift today. I do freelancing for Amazon where I deliver packages. I'm sure you've seen people deliver Amazon packages in their regular car. Those are 1099 people, and that's how I make money for my adventures. I just pick up a 3-hour shift here and there, and it pays pretty good. I had that for today, but it's supposed to start at 5, but I dropped it earlier, which is a good thing. You can decide whether you want to work or not. So I was only going to do a 30-minute live stream, but I think I'm going to probably stay on for a little bit longer today. Give people a chance to sign on. Olive says it's laundry day. Sunday is a great day to do laundry. I have roommates, so I have to share my laundry space with 2 other people, and then I do my boyfriend's laundry. So, yeah, we've got a lot of people doing laundry around here. So I usually do it whenever I can. But if we lived alone, Sunday would probably be the laundry day too. John says he's going to work on laundry and enjoy his day off from work. Well, I hope you are enjoying your day off. Sundays are actually my favorite day of the week. It's a great day to unwind and kind of look forward to what's going to happen next week. I've always enjoyed Sundays. They're usually pretty beautiful days, and I'm not a churchgoer, but I consider myself spiritual, so I like to spend time out in nature on Sundays and just, just enjoy myself. Corey's here. Hello, Casual Girl Adventures. I actually was just in one of her recent videos. We tried some weird snacks, and I didn't care for a lot of them, but if you want to see my reaction to that video, I'll actually post a link to that video right now, and then when you guys are done, you guys can come back to the chat and watch it. I've got Bruce whining outside the door, but I don't really want him in here right now. Let's see. Brucey, stop it! Here, I will post a link to the recent video that I was in. And I'm in quite a few of her videos, and she makes fun videos about tasting different foods. And she just went fishing at Lake Mead, and you should see how they caught this, what was it? A carp? It was her son Chad caught a carp in the most odd way. So make sure you go and, if you guys are into fishing, make sure you go and watch that video. It's a really fun video to watch. I posted the link to the video that I was in the chat. So when you guys are done here, go check it out. All right. Bear says Sundays are Friday, and they do their nature and adventures on Mondays. That's actually not bad. I'm from a small town where most business is taken care of Monday through Friday, and you get the weekends off. But when I moved here to Las Vegas, everything's always open. So my weekends were on weekdays, like Tuesday and Wednesday. And at first I was really bummed because everything happens on the weekends. Well, come to find out, nobody is out and about on the weekdays, and it's great because you can have places to yourself. So I like to adventure and explore on weekdays. It's probably the best time to be alone and enjoy yourself. And I'm not really into crowds anymore, so I don't really do a lot of weekend things. So although this summer I really want to do some concerts, I would like to do. We have a place called Lake Las Vegas where they do, I don't know, I listen to country music and classic rock, but they do concerts like on this floating concert stage on the lake, and you can sit in your floaty and listen to music, and it's actually a really good time. So I'm actually looking forward to doing that. So those are like weekend things that I like. So I also like the concerts at Mandalay Bay at the beach. Those are pretty good too. Corey, I haven't specifically mentioned a birthday. Corey asked, have I mentioned a birthday trip yet? I haven't specifically mentioned a birthday trip, but I plan on visiting several hot springs in the Eastern Sierra and going camping And I'm going to make a video, Hot Springs 101, where I touch bases on certain things that people who have never visited hot springs or they're new to it might not know. So I'm hoping that I can spend my birthday educating people about the places I love. I think everybody agrees that weekdays off are the best. Hello, life is good. Glenn says let Bruce in the room. Maybe. You know, I know this is hard to believe, but sometimes I like being alone. That includes being alone away from the dog too. But he's attached. So anything else I should do for my birthday? I'm not sure. Now, for my actual birthday, my birthday is May 31st. So I'll be doing this trip in about 2 weeks, which isn't quite my birthday. So, and this is the one time where my boyfriend takes time off and he actually goes with me on the trip. You guys may never see him on videos. That's because I'm usually alone because he works so hard. So this time he'll get to go, but he actually works on my actual birthday. So that's why we have to do the trip early. But on my actual birthday, I will be going back to my hometown. And maybe I'll make some videos of my hometown. I know you guys have been curious about where I'm from. I grew up on 3 acres in the middle of nowhere, basically, 30 to 40 minutes from town. And I grew up right near the Pacific Crest Trail and near some hot springs. And Jocelyn, if you guys know Jocelyn, she's in a lot of my videos. She's my best friend. She's lived out here in Vegas for the past 8 years, and she's actually the reason why I moved here. But she's actually moving back. She's moving back to Apple Valley. So I figured, since my boyfriend Hank has to work, that I would help Jocelyn move back to Apple Valley and spend some time back home. So that's probably where I'll be for my birthday. And I'll get to spend some time with my mom and hopefully my sister. She hasn't texted me back yet. But and spend some time with Jocelyn. I'm kind of sad that she's moving, and she's only gonna be moving like 3 hours away. But you know, it's gonna be kind of sad to not have my friend close by anymore. But that's what I'll be doing. So just decided that today that I was gonna drive back home. Bear says he lives close to like Las Vegas, and they used to go down and watch those shows once in a while. Bear's also a fan of country and classic rock. It's pretty good music. It's easy to listen to. You can turn it on and most people aren't offended by it. So Glenn says blow out candles and eat the cake for your birthday. I'd never say no to cake. I didn't get a curvy body from refusing cake, so I will definitely. Oops, Corey, you're texting me. Hold on, I gotta turn on the do not disturb now. Give me 1 second. Corey, I didn't mention my last camping trip yet, but so last week Jocelyn and I went to Fish Lake Valley Hot Springs and just enjoyed ourselves. Our last Nevada trip together for probably a while. And so yeah. Olive says, sounds like a great birthday on the home front. Yeah, so I don't remember the last time I was home. It's probably been 3 years since I've been back home. And if you're from a small town and you leave, a lot of times people leave the small town because they, A, don't want to make bad decisions, or B, they don't want to get stuck there, or there's a better opportunity somewhere else. So you know, it's hard for me to go back home sometimes. Sometimes it brings back certain memories that I don't really want to think about, but I think I'm old enough and mature enough to go home and just enjoy myself. So I really do love my hometown and I love where I'm from, and it'll be nice to relax and get a little piece of the small town feel that I miss. I miss living in a small town. I really do. Let's see. Chris asks, so how is Vegas opening back up and people getting back to work? Well, we are at 80%. We went from 50% capacity in buildings and stuff to 80% here in Las Vegas. So things are not 100% opened up. We still have to wear masks. It's a touchy subject, or we went from having to be 6 feet apart to 3 feet apart. So that was a really interesting thing to me. I would prefer everybody stay 6 feet away from me at all times. I don't like when people are close to me. It makes me nervous. And so having this past year where people are out of my bubble has been extremely nice. So yeah, things are opening up. We've got the strip open, and if you looked at the strip, you would think that we're back to 100% open, minus the mask thing, because there's so many people down there. But I I rarely drink anymore. I have a beer occasionally, and I don't gamble anymore. So going to the strip doesn't really do anything for me. Maybe I'll hit up Fremont Street this summer for some concerts. I really do love concerts. It's a weird thing to love when you don't really like being around a crowd of people, but I love live music. I really do. But Chris says I live in a small town. Not right now. Las Vegas is not a small town. It feels like a small town sometimes with all the drama that people like to get into, but right now, Las Vegas is bursting at the seams. There's so many people moving here, and there's not enough material to build houses for them to live in. So it'll be interesting to see how, in the next 5 years, how this plays out. Eventually, I don't think there will be enough jobs for people. I mean, the way I think about it is you bring people, there will be jobs. You need medical, you need people to build houses, to fix the roads, and you need grocery stores for people to buy things. So, yeah, people do bring jobs, but it'll be really interesting, and just interesting to see how things pan out. So I'm sort of envious of Jocelyn moving back to Apple Valley. It is California, but Apple Valley doesn't really feel like California unless I mean, except for the whole state taxes thing. But yeah, it'll be nice for her to be spread out from people and have plenty of mountains and trails to visit, which means you guys will probably be seeing some California videos from me here coming up. I'd like to go visit her at least maybe once a month or once every, couple of weeks. So Kay says, when you get back home, you might see some classmates. I hope not. No, I'm just kidding. I do have some friends that I went to school with that I'm still friends with, but if you are from a small town, there's a lot of people that don't escape the there's a different kind of pandemic that small towns experience, and so I don't really talk to a lot of people that I went to school with. So it's really unfortunate, but that's okay. You know what? In high school, I was actually more of a loner, anyways. I spent more time out in nature, hiking and doing things, anyways, than hanging out with people. So Life is Good says it's crazy busy in Las Vegas, and they work transportation. Yeah, it is busy here, which is great. Which is great. People need to start making money again. I wish the casinos would hire back their old employees. I wish people would go back to work. But this whole thing, it made people realize that maybe they needed a career change and maybe they're better than what they felt like with their previous employment. So maybe it's a good thing. Olive says that life doesn't change when you are in a small town, all the same realities. That is very true. And most of my girlfriends and stuff, they're all parents now. But you know what? I'm at the age where most of my friends' kids are teenagers now. Like some of them could possibly be out of the house or close to being out of the house. So, uh, yeah, I don't mind hanging out with people with children, but a lot of the things I do, um, you know, people they just don't do because they have children. So, Bear says, how much time does your fella take off if he has a few days? Go see a national park you haven't been to. Well, that's actually one thing I didn't mention. Because we're going to be in the Eastern Sierra, I would actually like to go to Yosemite. I've never been to Yosemite, and it's so close. I've never been there. About, I don't know how long ago, about 10 years ago, I did make a trip to Yosemite, but this is before I had the knowledge of national parks and paying to get in. And I'm a BLM camper. I like free stuff. And I had no idea you had to pay so much money to get into Yosemite. That's before I knew about National Parks Pass and stuff. So when I saw that it was a pay thing, I actually never went. I never went to Yosemite. So I think that's what we're going to do. Neither of us have been there. So he has about 4 days off that we're going to take. So yeah, Corey, I've never been to Yosemite. I don't know. The opportunity I had to go there, I didn't want to pay to get in. And I mean, I understand what the fees go to now. All of us do I get a military discount. Well, I'm a disabled veteran, so I actually have the lifetime pass now, so which gives me half off of camping, and obviously I get into the national parks for free, but now they do a thing where military and veterans can get in for free, but I have the disabled veteran, or it's a disabled pass, but I'm a disabled veteran. Bear recommends Yellowstone and the Grand Tetons. I've actually been to Yellowstone. Jocelyn and I went to Yellowstone. We did a trip to Montana when I first moved here to Las Vegas. We drove up there. Corey says, free or half off for you? Well, military veterans and military get in for free now at national parks. But like I said, I have the disabled veteran pass, so that gets me in free to the park. And then camping, because I have the disabled pass, I get that half off. We've got quite a few people here. So that is my birthday trip planned. Somewhat. Hot Springs and Yosemite, and I've got 4 days. So we'll be camping, not sleeping in the SUV. So we've got to bring the tent and set it up and tear it down. And my boyfriend has a Jeep with air conditioning, so that'll be nice. I really appreciate everybody being here. Does anybody have anything else to talk about? I drank coffee today. This is very random, but I am sensitive to caffeinated coffee now. I have been for about almost a year. And so I've been drinking decaf for a long time, and it's perfectly fine. I like the taste of coffee and I like having it. But today I gave in and had caffeinated coffee, and I feel like crap. I don't know. It's weird. I can have soda that has caffeine, but it's caffeinated coffee specifically that I can't have. Corey says that I need to go camping with her and her husband Chap and Chad. I do. Corey has a trip planned. Her daughter is graduating from Annapolis, which is the Naval Academy. I am extremely proud of her. What an accomplishment to have. She will be a Navy officer and she'll be on a ship, and that is just incredible. What a great accomplishment. So, her name is Kira. So, keep her in your thoughts and your prayers if you are a spiritual person. I think that is just such a great accomplishment. I love all military folk, and I love when young people accomplish something so significant like that. Olive says, Olive gave me a recipe, right? Brought marinade, beer, bay leaf, lime juice, juniper berries. Caraway seeds and grill after 5 hours. I will keep that in mind. We are brought people. We have a saying around here that if it doesn't have meat, it's a snack. So we eat a lot of meat around here. Bear asked, what's my favorite state that I've gotten to explore? Favorite adventure story or thing that you've seen while adventuring? Well, I love Nevada. Nevada is an excellent place to explore. I would say that it's one of my favorites. I think it's tied with California, mainly because I love the Eastern Sierra. I love that area. California is extremely beautiful. I grew up there and I was also stationed there my last couple years in the military. So I've explored a lot, and there's so much natural opportunity in California to see. However, like the rules and the gas prices kind of deplete a lot of that. And but Nevada is incredible because there's so much BLM land, there's so much free camping, and Nevada has the most hot springs out of any other state, and hot springing is my favorite. It's my favorite activity. So, and favorite story or thing you've seen while adventuring? Well, you know what? Lately, I've been thinking about this one time. I had a samurai, Suzuki Samurai for a while. I I spray painted it camouflage, and it was the most fun vehicle I've ever had. I've thought about it so much lately that I need to buy another Samurai. But one of my favorite memories from the Samurai is going to. I drove all the way from Hesperia, California, up to the Eastern Sierra in that thing, and I don't know if you know about Samurais, but they don't go very fast. They don't also hold a lot of gear. But I drove up to the Eastern Sierra and saw the ancient Bristol cones, and then took some back roads and found these old cabins along the creek. And that's before I knew about volunteer cabins. And now looking back, I could have probably camped in one of those cabins for free and just enjoyed my time by the creek. So I think I'm going to have to go back. And the problem is, I feel like I found that just by chance, just by driving these roads. I didn't use a map or anything. So now I've got to kind of recycle my memories and use some maps and see if I can find that place again. So that's one memory that I've been thinking about quite a bit. So Chris says, one thing, if you make it up to Reno, film the ORV place. ORV? Okay, I will check it out. If you go before I do, though, maybe you can send me an email and let me know what it's all about. Olive asked if I was stationed in San Diego. No, I wasn't. I was actually stationed in a place called Point Mugu. It's attached to Port Hueneme, Port Hueneme is a CB base. Point Mugu is an air base that houses the Hawkeye and Greyhounds. The Hawkeyes are these aircraft that have these discs on them, and they have a huge range of radar that they can see. And Greyhounds are basically huge cargo planes. So that's where I was stationed. I was stationed at the command wing that's in charge of all the air wings for those type of planes all over the world, and this was the main hub. So I worked for the chaplain at first, and then I worked in admin. So yeah. Olive says that is an obscure base. Yes. The location of the base is amazing, though. The location of the base is between it's in Oxnard, which Oxnard is okay, but it's right between Malibu and Ventura. So it was a really beautiful place to be stationed. And I kind of made a point to move like every 6 to 8 months. So every time my lease would go up, I would move into a different area. So for a while I lived in Agora Hills, and then I lived on the base for a while, and I was able to live in Ojai. So I explored like the Santa Barbara Mountains, the Ventura area, Malibu, all of that area, like up and down that coast. I love the Los Padres National Forest, which is that forest that is right there, and there's just so much to see there. There's so much to see up there, and I really do. That area is just beautiful, and once I got out of the Navy, I had to move because the Navy obviously gave me a housing allowance, and that's the only way I could afford to live there. So after the Navy, I moved to a place called Taft, which is outside of Bakersfield. And I tried to open a photography studio, and that didn't work out. I wasn't very smart with that venture. And so I moved to Texas for a while, and then I moved back to Apple Valley, and then I moved here to Las Vegas. So yeah, pretty wild time in my life. And I think I was 25 when I got out of the Navy, 24, 25. So I was still pretty young trying to figure out what to do in my life. Corey says, isn't that by the Cleveland National Forest? I think the Cleveland National Forest is more near Los Angeles, which is a little ways away. The Los Padres Forest is more near Santa Barbara. Chris says, hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button. I actually don't know where the Cleveland National Forest is. Is that in Riverside? I'm not sure where that is. But yeah, so you guys, San Bernardino? Oh, maybe. There's a San Bernardino National Forest too. Cleveland, maybe that is in San Bernardino. I'll look it up right now. I'm kind of curious. But yeah, so Jocelyn is moving to California, so you guys can see a lot of California adventures coming up. Not too excited about the gas prices, but it'll be okay. Hopefully my channel makes a little bit more money by then, so I can afford to do those adventures. Oh, yeah, the Cleveland National Forest. It's more near San Diego. That would actually, I wouldn't mind going there. It's near the Salton Sea. It's right outside Palm Desert and Borrego Springs, Ocotillo Wells. I love the desert area out there. Yeah. Anyways, it's been 40 minutes, you guys. Yeah, the Los Padres is on the coast. It's, like I said, it's part of Berlin. It's near Santa Barbara. Lots of stuff to see up there. Oh my gosh, such a beautiful place. I used to collect a lot of maps when I would go to these different forests. Like they would have the good, at the ranger station, they would have the good plastic maps that you could highlight and kind of wipe off a little bit. And I still have all of my maps from those forests. The Los Padres forest, I think, is so big that I have a few maps of it. Oh, Lake Tahoe would be a good place. Well, like I said, I had a plan actually to ride a roller coaster in Lake Tahoe, where you take the gondola up and then you ride the roller coaster down. Well, it doesn't open until June 16th or something like that. And that's what I wanted to do for my birthday, but it's, obviously past my birthday. So maybe sometime in the summer I will go up there and do that and maybe rent an Airbnb or something. Bear says the Salton Sea is definitely on their list. Bombay Beach, the colorful mountain, Salvation Mountain. It's a pretty cool place. I've spent a lot of time in Slab City in East Jesus, which is a portion of Slab City. That was a long time ago, about 10 years ago, that I would spend time out there. And yeah, I met a lot of cool people out there. Very interesting place. Thank you, everybody, for joining me on this live video. I might be getting off here soon. Anything else anybody wants to add? I'm going to take the audio from this, since this is the Memoirs of Mother Nature podcast, sort of. I'm going to take the audio from this and upload it to your favorite podcast site. And if you want to come back and listen to this again, you certainly can. I'm gonna sign off here, I believe. If you guys have any more tips for my birthday, let me know. Send me an email or leave a comment in this video. Yeah. And I will see you guys in the next video. Tomorrow is the next video, and it's the heart-shaped hot springs video. So you'll get to see what that is all about. And then Wednesday's video is camping at Cathedral Gorge. And I've got several other videos coming out. So thank you. I will be live before my birthday again. And maybe if I have service on my birthday, I'll do a live for my birthday. So, all right. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.